Welcome to a sequence request video on how to process a submitted request. To log in, use your ANU ID and password. Let's start by searching for some requests to process. Here we have one request in the submitted state with 288 samples. Let's make some changes to the request by clicking on the ID. Let's say that the samples have arrived at the facility and we want to update the status. Simply click on the drop down and change to samples received. An email will be sent to the client and the page will refresh. Now that the samples are here, let's start processing them by doing a library prep. Before we do that, we should add the request to our workspace as shown. Go back to the home page and click Library Prep. Then click New Library Prep. Enter the number of cycles and any comments you may have. Then click Create. Now that the library prep has been created, let's add some samples by choosing the request from our workspace. Tick the checkbox and add selected items. The underlying page will refresh with all the samples. You can close the pop-up window. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Save. It may take a moment to save. Great. Now that the library prep is done, let's go back to the home page and find that request to update the status to library prep completed. Again, an email will be sent to the client. Next, we'll prepare the samples for sequencing by adding them to their respective lanes. From the home page, click Sequence Run, then New Sequence Run. Enter the flow cell ID, the date when the samples were submitted to the facility, the instrument being used, which sequencing center, single or paired, and finally the number of base pairs. In this demo, we'll pool the samples by plate. Click Add Sample Plate. A pop-up window will appear and select the plates of interest. Then click Add. Let's auto-assign the lane numbers. If you wish, you can customize the names of the lanes. Now that the plates have been added to the workspace, let's assign them to their lanes as shown. Then click Create. The sequence run has now been created. Let's update the status of the request to samples loaded. Again, an email will be sent to the client. It may take a few days for the sequencing to complete. When it has finished, search for the request and update the status to sequencing completed. Again, an email will be sent to the client about the update. Thank you for watching.